Arjun was lamenting in the beginning of the Gita. Oh, Shree Krishna, I cannot fight the war. What happened? Oh, this. My Gandhi is falling from my hand, my mouth is drying up and my tongue has become like leather and my knees are shaking. Oh, Shree Krishna, I am your surrendered disciple, give me knowledge. So the first message of Shree Krishna, Arjun, while apparently speaking words of wisdom of a Pandit, you are actually behaving like a fool. Why did he say that? Yasmin sarvani bhutani atmaiva bhuta vijanatah tatra ko moha kah shokah ekatvam anupashyatah. This is packed with wisdom. The previous mantra's first line was very similar. It said, those who see me in all things and see all things in me. Their perception changes. Perception is such a big thing in determining your happiness and distress. You may think, what a shabby home I have. But do you think it could be the dream home of 98% of the people on this planet? You may think, oh my God, my health, my cholesterol is up. But it could be the dream health of the sick people. Your job, which you think is all crappy, could be the dream job of other people. So likewise, it is a matter of perception. In the previous mantra, he said, how do you see this world? Do you see God in it? Now he has changed it. Our Ved Bhagavad, he says, Vijanataha. When you know this world to be non-different from God, things will change. Knowing changes your perception. One husband, he went in the winters to Cancun. So out there he loved the environment, the atmosphere. So he wrote a love letter to his wife. It is so wonderful here. I wish you were here. But in the here, he left out the last E. I wish you were her. The wife read it. Oh my God, everything changed. She cursed her husband, how dare you, etc., etc., until the misunderstanding was clarified. And when she came to know it was a mistake, the way she saw the situation all changed. So many times, the way we are seeing things is because of defective knowledge. Stephen Covey, he writes, his book last year, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, was the management book of the century. In that, he wrote this story that a person was traveling in the New York subway and there was a sloppy man in front. His little children were as disoriented as him, and they were creating such a ruckus, which was a source of great irritation to this person and the other passengers. But ultimately, this person could not handle the irritation any further. And he said, sir, if you don't mind, your children are eating our head. Can you please take care of them? The man responded, yes, I think I need to take a better job. I don't know how to handle the situation. We have just come, we are on our way back from the hospital. Their mother has passed away 2 hours ago, and they are unable to handle it as I am unable to handle it. The moment the passengers heard that, their whole perception changed. So how did perception change? Through knowledge. Knowledge changed the way you look at things. If we don't have the proper knowledge, we create defective perceptions, and those are so often the reason for our negative thinking. So, how do you create positive perceptions? How do you remove resentments? How do you get rid of hurts? Keeping resentment is one of the worst things. Shri Maharaj Ji has written, Bhuli ho durbhavana kaho, ho na sapne hu pyare. O my dear mind, even in your dream, even by mistake, don't keep ill will towards anyone. Person whose heart is unclean keeps a bad attitude even towards good places. Shree Krishna is there. Yeah, but why does he not stand straight? Why does he stand crooked? The Rath Yatra is coming. Yeah, but why does it take so long to come? Why can't it come faster? Jagannath Ji is on the chariot, so royal and regal. Yeah, but why does he have so big eyes? So, people who have that perception, they will see bad everywhere. And the sign of goodness is the absolute reverse. The sign of goodness is, you challenge yourself. I will not keep durbhavana, ill will, anywhere. Somebody has hurt me, take it as a test. Here comes an opportunity to practice sadhana. Will the situation win or will I win? So, how do you overcome resentment? This mantra is giving us a sovereign recipe. It is saying, how do you look at this world? You can look at this world in different ways. As little children, we used to have these puzzles. There was jumbled lines in the puzzle book. What do you see out here? One person, if you look from here, there's an old man. And you look from here, there's a young man. Now what do you wish to see? Both are there in the picture. One teacher did an experiment. He took a jumble of 2 pictures. Now it had the old man and the young man. He divided the class into 2. And he showed these people the young man's picture. And then he showed them the old man's picture. And then he showed them all the jumbled picture and said, which one do you see? This half of the class was willing to swear it is the young man. And that half was willing to swear it is the old man. The fact is, both the pictures were there. They were being affected by what they had seen in the past. Likewise, this world is the world of Maya, and God is also in this world. Now what do you want to see? You want to see Maya, or do you want to see God? If you start seeing God, you will say God is in everyone. And when you see God is in everyone, the person towards whom you are keeping resentment, God is in that person as well. So you want to keep resentment towards Shyam Sundar? If you want to, go ahead. But That mere thought will change things. When you change your knowledge, when you understand God is everywhere, it will automatically change your perception of things. So the scriptures have told us time and time and time again, Vishwam Vishvareshancha Vishvesham Vishvakaranam Vishwadharancha Vishwastham Vishvakarana Vishwaraksha cha Vishwagajam Vishvajam Param. In one mantra, 6 things are being said. God is the world. He is the creator of the world. He is the material from which the world has been created. He is the maintainer of the world. He has established the law and order of the world, and He is the one who shall annihilate the world. So now if we decide that this is the knowledge we will believe, based on that knowledge, we start training ourselves to see God. And when you see God, you naturally change the way you look at people. One professor was known for his kindness. He took his student on a field trip. When they were outside the city, they were on the road. A poor farm worker, having slogged it out in the sun, completely exhausted, was under a tree. The student was a little naughty. So he said, "Sir, let's have some fun. Let's make this guy's shoes disappear and hide behind the bush. And then we will see his reaction when he sees his shoes missing." The professor said, "Why not do it my way?" He gave this student $1 coins and said, "Slip it into his shoes." All right, he put it in his shoes. Now this farm worker, poor man, he woke up. Having woken up, he was about to put his shoe on when he discovered something round, a disc. So he took his foot out and he put his hand in and he saw a full dollar. The expression on his face, he was thinking, "Oh my God, here is the money for my sick wife's medicine." And then he saw the other shoe also had $1. Now the professor and his student were sitting behind the bush and watching. What did they see? This man, he fell on his knees. He lifted his hands up towards the heaven and started praying. The words of his prayer were, "Oh God, today I really believe in you. My little children didn't have to eat. My wife didn't have medicine for her sickness. How in the world have these come? If it is not for your grace, how could it have come?" He walked off. The professor looked at the student's face. The student said, "Sir, thank you so much for teaching me that giving is a far more joyous activity than taking." He understood. That understanding changed things. So, knowledge is a very powerful means of life transformation. If we can have knowledge of the connection of the world with God, if we can have knowledge of our connection with God, and thereby our connection with others, we will automatically develop our EQ. What is EQ? It's become very popular term nowadays. Look at the Buddha teaching EQ. In his time, there was a dacoit called Angulimal. Everybody's heard the story in their childhood books, right? Angulimal had 0 EQ, 0 SQ, spirituality quotient. He used to kill people and then take their finger as a trophy and keep increasing it in the garland that he was wearing around his neck. Now the Buddha happened to be going by. Angulimal looked at the Buddha and he spat at him. The Buddha, his EQ was beyond the roof. He said, "Do you have anything further to say?" And Angulimal said, "I said nothing." He said, "What you did was tantamount to saying." So Angulimal was impressed. And the Buddha said, "You know, what you are doing has got no bravery. What I am doing has got bravery." Angulimal said, "How do you say that?" The Buddha said, "Here is a leaf on a twig on this tree. Break it." Angulimal broke it. Buddha said, "Join it back." He could not join it back. So likewise said the Buddha said, "What you are doing is so trivial, you are breaking people." "I am joining people. That is bravery." So the Buddha walked in front and his 200 disciples walked behind him. Angulimal realized that Buddha may have been physically weaker than me, but if he had just given an instruction to his disciples, "Ek jhapad lagao," he would have fallen flat. So Angulimal became his surrendered devotee. That epiphany moment, that understanding changed the way he looked at things. So in this mantra, Vijanata has come for knowing. And then the second line is very interesting. It says, Ko moha kah shokah. One who knows will never be attached and will never be lamenting. Actually, the word moh comes from mu dhan, meaning to make unconscious. So, Shree Krishna has said, right? Sammohat smriti vibramah smriti bhranshat buddhinasho. Look, if you get anger, what happens? Your intellect becomes sammohit. It becomes unconscious. And then you lose memory and then the intellect is ruined. So Arjun was lamenting in the beginning of the Gita. Shok. And finally in chapter 2, Arjun surrendered. Shishyaste ham shadimam tvam prapannam. He has first given his whole philosophy to Shree Krishna. Gandhivam sansate hastattvakchaiva paridafyate na chashaknomyavasthatum bhramati vache me mana evam muktvarjuna shankhe rathopastopavishat visrijyam sasharanchapam shoka samvignamanasa. Oh, Shree Krishna, I cannot fight the war. What happened? Oh, this. My Gandhi is falling from my hand, my mouth is drying up and my tongue has become like leather and my knees are shaking. But then he says, he got this bit of wisdom, Shishyasteham. Oh Sri Krishna, I am your surrendered disciple, give me knowledge. So the first message of Sri Krishna, Ashocha nanva shochastvam pragya vadanscha bhashate gatasuna gatasunscha nanu shochanti pandita. Arjun, while apparently speaking words of wisdom of a pandit, you are actually behaving like a fool. Why did he say that? Because one who is a true Pandit never laments. One who has got knowledge never laments. So what causes lamentation is moh or ignorance. And at the very end of the Gita, Shree Krishna says, Arjun, has your moh gone? Has your ignorance gone? Shree Krishna does not ask, has your lamentation disappeared? He only says, has your moh gone? Because if moh goes, lamentation will go automatically. So Arjun says, Nashto moha smritir lambdha tvat prasadhan maya chuta. Oh Shree Krishna, my moh has gone. Chapter closed. My ignorance is gone. So Shree Krishna gave him the knowledge. His ignorance disappeared. Arjun is now in knowledge. His lamentation is gone. So Ved Bhagavan is telling us that if you are able to actually know that God is everywhere, the moh will disappear, the lamentation will disappear. This is the power of knowledge. Many years ago, literally 30 years ago, I asked Maharaj, what is the best service we can do to people? He said, the best service you can do is to give them right knowledge. Knowledge makes such a difference. So, that is the mission of JKO. What is the link between knowledge and bhakti? Bhakti is based on knowledge and understanding. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is considered Prema Avatar, he said, Siddhanta baliya chitte na karo alas. In cultivating your knowledge and understanding, don't be lazy. Don't think just Radhe Radhe is enough. You need to understand. The biggest devotee of Ram, Tulsidas Ji Maharaj, the biggest devotee you read is Ramcharitmanas. But he says, Sohana Ram Prem Binu Gyanu. It's a simple logic. If you know this stone is worth $10 million, your love for it will be worth $10 million. That is the link between knowledge and bhakti. That is why in JK Yoga, we have chosen the slogan, transforming the world through wisdom. So in this power-packed mantra, we are being told that learn to understand the connection between God and the world.